Hi everyone, welcome back to MOOKY Mondays with me, Priya. So today I have a different kind of video for you guys. I know I'm usually on here with makeup tips and tricks, but today I have a study hack / how to be organized video and tips that I use when studying. I use these tips whenever I'm studying for any kind of exam, especially medical board exams, but you can totally apply these to all aspects of your life, even including working or studying for any other kind of subjects. So I've broken this down into 5 fundamental steps that I follow and that I always apply when I'm studying. And the first one is organize. I am obsessed with using calendars to kind of get a visual of what I have to do and what I should do to keep myself organized. And my favorite calendar to use is Google Calendar, and as well as a normal just hang on the wall calendar. For Google Calendars, I basically just have everything linked and I put in everything for the week. So we'll take a look at this week. So I planned out my week. I added in things that I do when I want to hang out, but then I also factored in gym and questions. I made sure that I'm really anal with it. I make sure I put in everything that I have to do just so that I can visualize it. So in the beginning of the day, after I wake up and I sit at my computer, I open up Google Calendar and just take a look at what I need to do for the day, just so that I know how to plan myself. I also keep a calendar on my wall because nothing is as good as the old-fashioned stuff, and I write everything down as soon as I hear about it. So I'll put it first on this calendar and then transfer it into Google Cal. I also have a whiteboard where I write down all the important dates that on my whiteboard. I like to keep 3 months worth of really important events that I've heard of from before, and whenever I do have to schedule things in, I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm a very visual person, and all these calendars definitely help me. To be even more in depth with the study schedule, I had made this for myself when I was taking my step 1, and it's like super in depth. So I just put all of the study things that I needed to do per day. I divided up everything that I needed to do. If you're wondering how to start off being organized, what I like to do is write out all the resources that I'm going to use. So if I'm doing practice questions, I write down how many practice questions, divide it up by the number of days that I plan on studying, and then assign each day a certain number of questions just so that I'm not overwhelmed. My second study hack is discipline, and this is probably the hardest thing to do. Before I start studying, I always think to myself, what's the one thing that I do that doesn't really further me that much but takes up a lot of time? And for me, it's definitely social media. So unfortunately, I have to restrict myself. I found this app called Self-Control, and what it does is it's a ticker. You can set it for as many hours as you want. So say I want to study for 5 hours and 45 minutes. I'll set it to 5 hours, 45 minutes and click on edit. On your blacklist, you put all the websites that you really like to go to that you really shouldn't be on. This is an older one, but I put all these websites in because I know that absentmindedly, whenever I'm taking a break from studying, I'll click these in. So once you put them in, you click start and your ticker starts going. I only set it for 2 hours right now because I'm not going to do any work today. And when you try to go on any one of these websites, here's an example. If I type in Facebook, it won't let you go. It blocks you, and there's really no other way to get into the site. So you're kind of screwed if you do need to emergently go on one of those sites, but it's really good because you can't hack that system. 2 other things that I do is I shut off iMessage notifications. I go into systems and just make sure that I don't get any notifications so I don't get distracted. And I also take my phone and I put it away, somewhere where it's not on my desk. So step 3 is to be focused, but doing it the right way. We're not robots. I can't study for 10 hours straight. It's absolutely impossible. So I use this technique called Pomodoro, which basically means you're on for a certain amount of time and then off for a certain amount of time. I use this app called Be Focused, and what this lets you do is it lets you set your work period. So work interval, I always set for 60 minutes and short breaks for 5 minutes, long breaks for 15, and long break after. So I'll basically work for 1 hour. I'll click this and then it'll start going. And once that 1 hour is done, it'll tell me you have 5 minutes to relax. So that's when I go get my phone and I answer my messages or go on social media. And after the 5 minutes break is done, it'll give you another alert so you can get back to your studying. You could obviously pause it if you need to go to the bathroom or something, but it also will tell you if you put in the amount of hours you want to study a day, it'll put that in there as well and give you a notification about that. Another good thing about that app is that, say, after 4 really big studying periods, they'll give you a 15-minute break. So you'll have a bigger break to like go eat something or just really immerse in your Instagramming. So I love that app. It's called Be Focused. Step 4 is to take notes, but to take them properly. Back when I was in college, I would write down literally everything. And when it came down to studying, I had no idea what I was looking at and what was important. So I really worked on how to take notes properly. So for us, we have a question bank, and whenever I do questions and I get something wrong, I create a UWorld journal for myself. Our question bank is called UWorld. So this is my personal journal of everything that I don't know. So I write down notes from only the questions that I got wrong, and when I'm done for the night with studying or after a couple of days, I just go through my own personalized textbook, and I know what I need to work on when I look at the things that I absolutely don't know. I don't put things here that I do know that I can answer easily because I don't need to know that. Another tip for people who want to know what app I use for this is Microsoft Word, but it is the notebook format, and it's really cool because you could create all these tabs for the people that have multi-subject studying to do. Step number 5, and the most important hack, would be to give yourself rest. Treat yourself and make sure that you properly get your sleep and you get to do the things that you love as well as study. Unless my test was coming up within the next 2 weeks, I have always taken weekends off to spend time with my family, to do photo shoots, to, vlog, go out to eat. I always want to give myself that mental recoil so that I can push further. I also have a books closed after 9 p.m. policy. As soon as it hits 9 p.m., even if I haven't finished the questions for the day, I shut down because, maybe I just can't get through today, and I pick up again the next day. You really need to give your mind some rest, or else it's gonna get exhausted. I also make sure that I get as close to 8 hours of sleep as possible. I know it's gonna be impossible soon when I start residency, but up until now, I want to make sure that I'm rested because I personally know that I can't function with a few hours of sleep. Lastly, you do not have to give up on the things that you love. It is very possible to work your 9 to 5, to study your 9 to 5, to do what you need to do, but also do the things that you love and keep your passions active, but you just need to time manage properly. So that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you liked this video. If you do like this kind of video or want more study tips and tricks, please make sure to let me know. Come visit me on my social media. I'll leave my handle down below with any questions, comments, suggestions. If you have any questions about makeup or medicine, then feel free to come by my Instagram and hang out with me there as well. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you guys again on the next episode of Mooky Mondays. Have a great rest of the week, everyone.